Hello and welcome to Let's Dance with Charlotte Elizabeth. That's me. So this podcast is going to cover everything from dance, health, fitness. I will include how to prepare for your first dance for your wedding or using that kind of scenario for special occasions. There will be planning hen parties and ideas for planning hen parties, but the main focus of this podcast is dance. I am the owner of Feel the Beats UK, and I'm going to get you all moving. So let's get on with the show. Hello and welcome back. So I wasn't really sure what to talk about this week. I was sat pondering and then I found my inspiration. Inspiration comes from everywhere. So this week I'm going to talk to you about a series that I have coming up on Instagram. And I may repurpose it for the podcast, because if I'm creating the content, why not? And my series is because of an Instagram training that I'm doing. So if you are following me on social media, you will know that my Instagram has had a little bit of a facelift. It's got a little bit more action happening to it. And yeah, one of our tasks at the minute is to create a mini series. Naturally, my first series is going to be about first dance. And I've realised that there's content in my book that I can tweak to create my series, tell people about the book. So why not? So some of the series is going to talk about choosing your song, choosing your outfit, how to think of your different choreography. So there's going to be lots of little bits. I've touched on it a little bit in the podcast, so I will be sharing more of it here. But it will be a great way to talk about the book. And that reminded me that I don't talk about the book anywhere near enough. And already this episode doesn't really have a focus to it. And that's the beauty of this podcast, that there isn't necessarily going to be a focus because that's just how my brain works. It just suddenly goes off on a tangent. And before you know it, I'm rambling away. My brain is going, Charlotte, where's your train of thought going? So let's try and bring it back round. So I'm going to be doing a series on Instagram. The first one is going to be about the first dance. Naturally, repurposing things from the book, which I've touched on a little bit here, but I obviously am going to be redoing it because there are people that don't know I have a book. The reason they don't know I have a book is because I don't tell people that I have a book. I mean, I don't really tell people that I have a podcast. But anyway, so it's got me thinking, what other series can I do on Instagram, but also here? Like, let's act, as much as I joke that it's just my random ramblings, let's give it some focus. Like, there's so much that I could talk about. I want to know what you want to see. So, the ideas that I've had already are obviously first dance, hen party ideas, self-care, some makeup tips, wellness, because obviously I don't just do dance. I do have some health and wellness and beauty companies that I am with. In fact, I've started to do a bit more kind of affiliate and ambassador work. So I have recently become an ambassador with Just Strong. So again, if you're on socials, you will start to see more of that content. I can talk about my journey with learning how to pole dance. So there's lots of different mini series that I can do to help people get to know me better. And I may or may not add them in here because why not? So yeah, inspiration's everywhere. Like I say, the first series is naturally going to be about first dance. But is there anything else? Is there any mini series that you'd love to see on Instagram? Or if not on Instagram, that you just want to sit and listen to me ramble away to? In fact, what other book ideas could I do? Because I quite enjoyed writing my first book. I learnt a lot from it. I'm still learning the marketing process of it, but actually, is there another book? Is there another book? Without making me a wedding planner, because there are so many wedding related things that I could do as a book. But is there another book? Who knows? The possibilities are literally endless. Absolutely endless. Um, yeah, trying to think. There's bound to be some ideas that come across if I actually sat and thought about it a bit more. But today's episode was mainly to tell you that there's a mini series coming up on Instagram. I'd love to know your thoughts, but also come and follow me on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you're missing out because obviously this only goes out once a week. There is more content that goes out on there, obviously, on a semi-daily basis. So come and follow me on Instagram. That's also been one of our challenges on this Instagram course, is to share in 5 other places for people to come and follow us on Instagram. So here's my one on my podcast. Come and follow me on Instagram. Come and see more of the brain tangent that I go down. Um, Tell me you're a slightly spicy brain without telling me you're a slightly spicy brain. Undiagnosed, but there's definitely something. Um, yeah, I'm now just rambling, and there is literally no point to this podcast anymore other than to tell you to come and follow me on Instagram and watch out for a mini series coming to Instagram that may or may not also make it to the podcast. Um, I will see you next week, and we'll see if I can be a bit more coherent next week. And as always, keep dancing. Oh, can't use that. That's strictly. Um, let's dance.